You already know it's only like this at WBSU, TV and radio. We do it real big. So make sure when you see us on Billboard, when you see us on SoundScan, when you see us on all those platforms, it started right here first at BSU Radio.
We here live in the building at the one, the only, the biggest, the baddest, boldest movie scene right here at WBSU, Bowie Radio.
Welcome world, we right here with WBSU Radio and BSU TV, the hottest platform of all the HBCUs. Make sure you stay tuned, listen out, and stay plugged in because it's Bulldog Nation.
Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. No doubt, it's the Mother the Mouth Project MC. We here live in the building at the one, the only, the biggest, the baddest, boldest Bowie State University right here at WBSU Bulldog Nation Radio. I got my course, my guy, big praise in the joint. What's up, Julian?
Yes, sir. How y'all feeling? You know Julian Cavanaugh, aka Mr. President.
And I got the one and only, by the way, it's her founders.
Hello.
The icy girl in the building. What's up, T?
Hello.
Yo, I know we got royalty in the building right now, right?
We do.
BSU family is in the
Legend.
building.
Listen, Howard alone, Bowie State alone, founder of one of the illest, if not the illest, modeling troops in the business today. We got the one and only Bang in the building, y'all.
What's up?
I like it.
What's good, family?
Bang, how you feeling, man? What's the day going like for you?
Man, I'm feeling this all love. I'm happy to be back home. You know, this is where I originally started, so it's always love when I come here at Bowie State.
Okay.
I love it.
The mental health check-in, because here at WBSU, mental health is important. So we're going to do on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being bad, 10 being good, your mental capacity, family and business.
Man, I'm lucky to be at a number 10, grateful for everything, because you know mental health has been a real big thing going on in these last 2 years since COVID, so lucky to be at 10.
Okay. And that's in family business.
Family business, I mean, I get at about an 8. You know, when you're dealing with family, man, it can get a little complex, you know what I'm saying? I got 13 nieces and nephews from the age of 31 all the way down to the age of 16, so every day they in my wallet, so I got that's a 9, definitely or 8 for sure.
Christmas must be crazy for them.
Real bad.
This is who you go to right here, Father.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
man, what?
Claus.
Man, I'm down at the charity trying to get them joints just pre-wrapped and just drop them off and roll out.
For sure.
And then business is the last one.
Yeah, well, my business, I mean, I've run probably 5 businesses. I'm grateful to be able to do that. And they're all kind of like educationally driven. I run the HBCU Fashion Battle, which is a scholarship competition for students in all historically black universities to be able to enter in that and receive a scholarship to produce what they want to produce on their college campuses. I also run one of my new brands that's featured in Ebony magazine called Ivan and Aaron. We just debuted that in New York Fashion Week this past season. I also run multiple chapters of Models Inc. We give the college students a platform to start their organizations or start their businesses on campus first. So when they graduate, they'll already have that foundation to be able to make money and to be able to have that experience to drive through their business. So we got that at Towson, and we have that here at Bowie State. So, you know, the business, I'll say, it's been booming, but
Okay.
so I give it a 10.
I like that. So what's some positive ways that you deal with your stress and anxiety?
Man, I'm telling you, like, sleep is the number one thing that I try to do. Y'all listen to that Sleepy Tea. If y'all at home, go get that Sleepy Tea from any of them stores. You just sit down, take that, get you some rest. But being busy and being a black entrepreneur, sleep really is like the best thing you could get, but I do get the least of it. So when I do get time, I take that to go out because you got to work 24/7, be on the grind, be on the hustle to make sure that you're ahead of the next curve and that you stay in the head of the game because the trends change so fast. So sleep is definitely a way I deal with it. Being around friends and family, laughter definitely smooths all that over. Find the positivity in multiple things that what you're doing, and always look for the brighter outcome. Turn a negative into a positive. So that's basically how I deal with that to keep it like copacetic and level-headed.
Okay, so let's tap into the who, what, the where, and the why. So
Okay.
tell the fans who might not know you, what is your name, where are you from, pretty much the basics.
Okay, well my Entertainment name is Iron Bang Pale. I go by Bang. That's my real nickname from my neighborhood. I'm from Washington, D.C., D.C. native, Southwest D.C. I grew up right there, 106, 203, First Street, and Bowie State University was my second university, and it was a great, great pick. I went to UDC first. Stayed one semester, and I was just down Georgetown like every day, spending money and eat out to eat lunch, and I ain't have no money then. I was dead broke. You know how it is when you a freshman in college. But then came to Bowie State University, and it was a real big fashion and model presence here. And I already had a business kind of like marketing background because before I initially went to UDC, I did marketing for a club called Lime Nightclub, which was hosting Backyard Band, if anybody out there is into go-go. I worked with them probably like a year promoting for that club, to getting it going. So once I got to Bowie State, I saw the different fashion groups that was here, which was Righteous Ones Entertainment. And I was like, oh, wow, this could be a whole business thing. And I started Models Inc. at DC, and then next semester I enrolled, and I brought Models Inc. to the campus.
Okay. So when did you know that music was your passion?
Oh, wow. Music has always been my passion. My father was in a band. My mother was in a band. They performed and sang. My sister was in a go-go band called Hot Prophet, where she was actually a rapper. I made my first demo at Night Flight Studio out Fort Washington, where Tank and Genuine go, when I was probably like 17 years old. But it really wasn't bringing no money in, you know what I'm saying? Back then, it was CDs, and I ain't had no cars, so I couldn't like send no CDs out the trunk pulling the T.I. moves. So I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna go where the focus is and see can I get the money right away. And that was more into fashion for me. And it kind of like catapulted my career. But I was able to still use my outlet in music through audio visual. So when it comes down to the production of producing the shows, I select all the music to actually tap into the designers and the brands to bring it more full circle. So, man, music is just in me. I memorized my test for that final test as a senior through melody as I'm studying, so that I could be able to get in there in that lecture hall and just go through there and say A, B, C, 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 D, E. That's how I could remember after I memorized the whole joint. So it really, really helped me, even with the mental health aspect. Like if I'm having a bad day, I throw on, depends on what mood I'm in, I throw on a lot of my clients' music that I work with. I'm lucky to work with some of the people that I really, really looked up to or really enjoyed their music. And one of my clients is Tamar Braxton. Been working with her for probably like 6 years. I provide dancers for her for all of her tours nationally. So when I'm in a mood where I just want to relax, I may throw in that Love and War. I may throw on Tony Braxton, 7 Whole Days, get my mind right. And then when I want to get lit and I want to jump out there, my idols were Notorious B.I.G. all day. Jay-Z is a big influence for me, always been. Lil' Kim for the flagrant, the flashiness with the fashion savvy. Those kind of people. Diddy, they always give that kind of like energy that he's actually incorporated into his music and image, coming from DC, being a student, and then going back to New York. So it's kind of like both of those things merge with my whole diaspora and the image that I portray as well.
Okay, you done answered about 3 of my questions.
My bad.
Good
And
God.
a study tip. I'm not gonna lie. I heard the thing about the music. I'm about to use that.
Yeah, my OT, Dr. Briscoe definitely taught me that. Communication is what my degree is in from Bowie State University. So Dr. Briscoe definitely gave me a lot of hands-on. Kenny Kendrick and OT definitely like laid that foundation. So my bad.
Shout out Dr. Briscoe, 2 legends of Bowie State right there.
Yes, sir.
So what is your creative process when it goes into making a song?
So now with the music industry, just my personal opinion, you don't really have to be good like anymore versus back in the day. You really had to have like bars, you had to really freestyle, the words had to be clear, you had to speak with diction, you had to know the variations of vocals and different things like that. Right now, you don't really have to do that. You can mumble, you can hum, you could create words, make up words, like, and long as the people are feeling it, they feeling it. So with my process, I try to create songs that's going to be able to market to a particular demographic. I try to keep it as true as possible to my feelings so that people can also relate to it. And that's why I dropped that single, Up To It. That was a big influence to me when I was in college, and to see it spill out into other PWIs and just to people who never even been to college. Like, they're saying the chant, they don't even know where it came from, and they're enjoying it, getting lit. So to see that, I was like, you know what, I want to create something that can tap into my people, so when they hear it, they know I had to come from there, which is that HBCU experience, or they know that I have some type of collegiate tap into or connection.
Okay, for the fans who don't know, tell them what Up To It is.
So Up To It, HBCU Anthem, is one of my newest singles that I just dropped.
Wait, before you do that, I'm talking about like the actual phrase. Where did
So
that
Up
rhyme
To
from?
It came from a legacy chant from the historically black colleges and universities. It's a chant that we do when we're celebrating the stress relief, when we're in that last final marathon, or just when we want to get lit, definitely in homecoming season, when we are celebrating, getting drunk, turning up, and celebrating the culture. So it's like that whole moment, everybody's coming back to the campus, we're ready to embrace them, we're ready to embrace the legacy, and yeah, we're doing it up to it, down to it, and the rest is that.
You know. You gotta look it up.
You don't know? Hey, you need to know.
Hey, man.
That's a perfect segue because Up To It has been my anthem for a hot second. I learned it when I became a freshman here. So I have to ask you, I've said Up To It a couple times and then have not remembered the name. So what drink have you done the Up To It chant to and then it had you out the game?
Man, I try to stay on cue, you know what I'm saying? And stay focused because I always got to get up there next day. So definitely the Douce. I cannot
You a brown
do the Up To It to the Douce and wake up at 9 o'clock.
It's over.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, man, that's the best. You hear me?
It's the best one. Hey,
Bottle of water.
You hear me? A little Avion or something.
Nah, I definitely want to throw it to you. So when it comes to the fashion aspect, right? When it comes to models, and first of all, gotta shout out Models Inc. One of the biggest, if not the biggest model.
I believe it's
intrigue
number one.
Yeah, it's the
Around
number
since I was
one.
in high school.
Well, listen, my folks, Michael and Tawana Crater. Right?
Okay, yeah, they're my
They
people.
say we talk about you, the shows they're doing with you and whatnot. So I want to ask you, what makes Models Inc. stand out from any other model intrigue? When you see a Model Inc.'s model, right? What is it about them that makes them stand out from everyone else?
Well, the first thing would be their confidence, you know, because they got the training from the best people in the game, in the industry. We're the number one modeling organization in the DMV. We've been around for 16 years. Everything that we teach, we've actually done. Me and the President Aaron Handy were models first. He's from Delaware State University, too, alumni from there. So when we're teaching them, we're not just teaching them because we want to tell them what to do. We're teaching them because we lived it. We had organizations on college for we could tell them how to run an organization on college because we did that. We are designers, we are producers, we are stylists. Everything that we teach, we've actually did and we've did in a professional light. So what makes us stand out from that is that we got the stamp of approval from the best. As soon as we came through the door, we got that award from Glenn Jackson, which was one of the heavy hitters of fashion. Harvey Starr, they were the heavy hitters and icons of DC when it came to fashion. And also our mayor, Muriel Bowser, were the two-time winners of the Arts and Entertainment Performing Arts Organization Award in Washington, DC. So it's something that we just don't talk or brag about. We actually got the credentials on a bigger level to prove it. We're the first black modeling organization to be featured in the Kennedy Center to have a residency. We're the only modeling organization that has had the outlet to connect from LA to New York to DC for talent from high school all the way up to adulthood, to be featured on tours with Trina, Terrence Davis and celebrity hairstylist Tokyo Styles. We provide those outlets for them to be actors and actresses through movies. They do a lot of things with Oak Tech in the DMV and those kind of things. To see a person that you're in class with right here at Bowie State University and then to see them on billboards and campaigns for all of the hair brands and beauty supply stores and on the website is the things that we do that no one else does in modeling and fashion here.
Okay, I have a question. Since you're talking about fashion, right? The Models Inc. shows. What does it take for someone to set up a show like that?
What you mean, like production-wise?
Production-wise.
Ooh, it take money.
What goes into it?
Oh, a lot of money goes into it. Like,
On average, how much?
so the Front Row show, we just did a fashion show called The Front Row. Y'all can check it out on YouTube. We did that one block from the White House on 14th Street. The set alone was $8,000. The venue was probably like $10,000 to do. So that was like a total of $18,000 for one day. But we want to bring that experience to DC, bringing New York to DC to let them know that, hey, you have the opportunity here. We brought the designers from Project Runway. We brought designers from the hit TV show, The Hype, and let them be featured in our show, and then let our models actually be able to walk for those people who are really in the business and really doing the stuff, which connects that networking between the model and the designer to be used for future things.
How many different departments go into that? Like, I know you need the hair and makeup, you need, so let's talk about the different departments.
Yeah, it's a multifaceted layer when it comes to the departments. Hair and makeup, like you said, audio, visual, stage production, the designer clienteling, which is the PR for the designer that handles their travel, the rehearsals, the rehearsal venue, the rehearsal training, the direction, the model coordinator, the choreographer if it's a choreographed runway. And that I think that's about it for the top of that part.
I would say being able to see what you started, right? Models and being able to see it now grow and flourish not only here at Bowie State, but like you said, also at Towson. What does that feel like for you, being the founder of it, being able to see your baby grow up and become something even bigger?
Wow, it's a great feeling, but then it always lets me know that the job isn't done. Models Inc. was made to create a platform for African American and minority people because the modeling industry is more geared to Caucasian individuals. So I wanted to create a platform to help black models and black people kind of like grow into what they want to do. I didn't know that it was going to create all of these different avenues from dance to acting to entrepreneurship. But that lets me know that my job isn't done. So that's why it's always a continued fight to make it grow and to push the advocacy piece to make it bigger and bigger.
That's super dope. We just talked about like how HBCUs are so important to you and fashion and everything. So I really want to know, what do you think HBCU's impact on the fashion world has been, or what it can continue to be?
Wow, I think it's been a huge impact, especially with me dealing with my own people. I have a lot of students that go to various HBCUs, and the ones that have took up an interest in fashion majors have went out to the world to actually work professionally. We have a young lady, her ink name is Black Pearl Ink. Her stage name is, or entertainment name is Amira V. She has a brand called V Mode. She's worked with Cardi B as a stylist, now and curator for her. She's dressing, I think she had the ability to dress a lot of the different actors and actresses, but Cardi B was her biggest thing. She was featured in Vogue, working under Colin, which is Cardi B's main stylist. She comes from UMES. Another young lady that I work with, I call my sister, her name is Sin Carr. She does the wardrobe for Sweetie, Migos, and she's from Howard University. So that platform from us bringing that fashion and culture from HBCUs, you can see it in your everyday music videos with some of the biggest artists, and they come really right here from the DMV for the most part.
That's super dope.
Zarina Sykes, or Zakes, I believe, is one of the Beyonce's biggest stylists, and she's right here from DC as well.
I would say, so you mentioned earlier about how with models and you were able to pretty much transcend the norm, right? You were able to do something different, give an opportunity to black and brown men and women. And of course now, the beauty standard, what we're seeing in the fashion model industry, we are the standard, right? Everyone wants
Correct.
to copy us. So I want to ask, what's your opinion on the state of fashion and modeling today, not just in the DMV area, but in the world in general?
I just think that we are the curators, definitely, number one. So for any future or inspiring fashion designers that's listening, go forward, push your vision forward. Don't just stay in athletic wear, don't just stay in urban wear. Be creative, don't be afraid to express what you see in your head or what you want your line to be, because the world is waiting on it, and to actually copy it and take it forward with you, because we're the trendsetters at the end of the day when it comes to that, and we've really always been. So that's personally what I feel about it. I feel like we are the wave, black culture in general, and we are the one that spearheaded that whole momentum.
Okay, so outside of just being the CEO of Models Inc., what else do you do? Like, I know you went to New York Fashion Week a couple times. Mm-hmm. So talk a little bit about that.
So outside of Models Inc., allowed me to have the platform to produce fashion shows that were my own, and to have other people see the product and hire me to produce shows for them. So me and Aaron are producer for different clients in New York City during New York Fashion Week. And we've been doing that for about 11 years. One of our biggest clients is the Emerge New York Fashion Week show and Indie Fashion Week. We've kind of like partnered with them. We did Indie for 3 years. We did Emerge for 10 years. And with that, we do the casting for the fashion show, and we also produce the fashion show and do the backstage direction. So that's our main clientele, and that's on a whole different level. We worked for Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week for 2 years with Art Hearts Fashion and with Mark and Estu, and that was held at the Lincoln Center in New York Fashion Week there.
Good God Almighty. How many years in the game? How many years?
Oh, wow. Total 17 years. Started off really, really, really young, so don't let age defy you. Like I told you guys, I was a freshman. I was already doing it as a freshman before I even got here at Bowie State. Like I already knew that I wanted to make money. That was my whole drive, but then it turned into something else once I got here to actually do it. And don't be afraid to tell your teachers what you're doing. If you're a professional model, DJ, photographer, let them know. Create that dialogue with them so that they can support you, because my professors definitely supported me when I had to leave school for 7 days and go to New York. And that was during midterm week. And I had to email them like, hey, I'm up in New York. I'm trying to follow my dreams, also trying to get my education at the same time. So you have to be able to let them know what you're doing. You can't just not show up. So it worked for me. If I knew what I knew now, I'd probably be a millionaire. But experience will teach you guys and is the best teacher at the end of the day to really prepare you for that. But y'all got it good. Y'all got Instagram. We ain't have Instagram. We was just getting Facebook. So you guys can actually reach out to your idols and the brands that you want to work with and work for. We had to search for emails or just go up to the place where we saw the address on the back of the packaging and just hope we saw somebody from there.
That's a different type of grind.
That's crazy. 17 years in the game. So I have to learn something from you. So what is the best styling tip you've ever given out or received from somebody?
I'll give you both. The best styling tip to give out is to start with basics. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always about designer or flashy things. If you got the basics and you can mix and match and rearrange your looks and things like that, it always looks fresh. Right. And the best tip that someone has given me is, when it comes to style, is to make sure as a man you got 3 color suits. That's black, gray, navy blue.
I think I heard Steve Harvey say that.
Definitely. I got all 3 of them. I'm going to lie to you.
What I would ask is that, so when it comes to the music, right, you being an artist, what would you say best describes your kind of sound? What is the kind of record you like to get into?
See, I mean, I really like regular hip hop, but I would kind of say that it's more of what I would call get money music. It's for the listener to be motivated to get on your game, go get the bag, stay ready, stay on the grind, and also to address all them people that didn't believe in you or to put people in their place.
There's a lot of that in this
God
record. There's a lot of that in this record.
God
So you mentioned, right, with getting money music, I'm sure with all that you do, you have multiple streams of income. Talk about the importance of taking the income and investing it into other things.
Yeah, the true importance is that you want your money to recycle. You want it to go into a circle, to always meet you right back at the beginning, to loop, actually. So the output of your dollars, you wanted to match with the input. So if you just spent $5,000, you want to know on Tuesday, at least you're getting $3,000 to $4,000 back. So always feel like that you're not really getting it. And to always know it's a time and place to really spend and not spend. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice it and make sure that you take care of it so that it can last. Like going out, buying new stuff every week or every month ain't really the thing to do when you're trying to really keep it generational wealth and make your money really grow and see for you. It's not really about that. It's about the longevity to be able to last and be able to survive, because as you know, we get older, we grow, things change. You hot today, you may not be hot tomorrow, then what you gonna do? So you gotta prepare for those days when you just wanna sit back and you may not be the hottest thing. You wanna still be able to eat. You already know it's only like this at WBSU, TV and radio. We're doing real big. So make sure when you see us on Billboard, when you see us on SoundScan, when you see us on all those platforms, it started right here first at BSU Radio. world. We right here with WBSU Radio and BSU TV, the hottest platform of all the HBCUs. Make sure you stay tuned, listen out, and stay plugged in to the Bulldog Nation.